considered serious, and clearly this was serious to him. Tomorrow they would travel down to the Autoburns country estate. There would be time.
Well, hello everyone. This is Marion, the inappropriate artist, and welcome to the last leg of my 2024 travels, headed through the northern part of New Mexico. Yeah, and that little bit you just heard is my favorite mystery series, Maisie Dobbs by Jacqueline Winspear. Check it out on audible.com. This is not an ad. I'm just looking for a pull-off. This is a driveway, but I don't care. I need to pull off. Oh, wow. Look at that. If you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. I'm about to head into my painting videos and my more pondering videos. Also, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put out a video. And now, back to the show. Oh, sorry, I did not pick up the camera last night once I got in. I drove around in this spot. It's like yuck. It's not a pretty camp spot. Sorry. It's just not. It's definitely a one night only spot. And there's a lot of garbage. And makes me a little sad because it's a free campground and it's being trashed. It's disappointing. But I am headed hopefully today. I don't know. We had a lot of rain last night. Or at least it sounds like there was a lot of rain last night, right? I looked out the window. It doesn't look like there's any puddling. But I won't really know until I step outside and go take a walk to see. There's more rain expected today. So I really don't want to stay here. Plus, there's the battery thing that's been happening, and I haven't really been talking about it because it sort of scares me to put voice to it until I get home, where my friend is who can work on it, or who can look at it and tell me what it is so I can get it fixed, you know. That's one of the reasons why I'm, like, booking it back, because after having this experience, I really don't like being in the middle of nowhere and not having access to assistance, knowing now that my roadside assistance is what it is. So there's that. Yeah. So a lot of the things that used to make me feel secure about doing what I'm doing are no longer there. Or are not reliable. So I need to go back, and I'm almost there. I admit I'm having anxiety about turning over the engine this morning. But I want to go check the road first to see if I can get out of here. I'm not even going to try if it's too muddy. If it's too muddy, I'll just hang out here. I will turn the engine over to run it for a little while. I don't know if that's worth it or not. I know you're supposed to drive it, but I can't, like, drive in circles in this campground. That was the kill. I managed to get it out of the van without touching it. And this was my camp spot. I mean, I bet it could be really pretty in here if people took care of it. Fortunately, behind me last night, I just knew there was all this garbage and it sort of freaked me out. Anyway, I only have so much gas, so cross your fingers that I can get home with this. Wow, the sun just broke through the clouds for a second, and look at the light through the trees. Okay, I kind of take it back about this spot. It's a little crowded for my taste, but for a night or two, this wouldn't be bad. Oh, I do see a little bit of mud ahead. All right, cross your fingers. Well, I made it out by the skin of my teeth, and I'm not sure how great it is for anybody else who was following me. But wow, check out the rain coming out of the clouds in the distance. And look at that gorgeous rainbow welcoming me back into town. I am just north of town. My fuel light has come on, so I am feeling like, please. Yeah, I'm doing a voiceover now because something happened to the audio. Anyway, this wonderful rainbow followed me all the way back to town, and it was amazing. What a welcome. Where are we, Nuggets? Nuggets! Are we back along the river? By the Rio Grande. Oh, I know. Yeah, we just got back. And I literally, like, my fuel light came on 16 miles out. And I knew I would have enough. I literally, like, rolled into the gas station, put $3.50, which was just over a gallon of gas. But that's all I have left. I had $3.80 in my checking account, so I figured leave myself 30 cents. But I made it. I'm here. The beast made it. My bitch, she did it. Right? Like, dang. I am still pretty shocked at some of the things that I've accomplished on this loop. And some of the really scary situations I kind of got into, but I'm really proud of myself. I did it. And now I'm going to take a really deep breath. And I need to message some friends to let them know that I made it back to town safe and sound. Feels good to be home. I'm going to take a nap. Go all the way to my favorite BLM spot. Between the mountains. The view of both of them. Oh, no, like a lot of them. There's a lot you can see from that spot. So, I'm excited. I'm emotional. Because it's like I'm home. And it feels good. What do you think? I mean, seriously, what do you think? I've been offered this trailer. I think I'm out of my mind. Like, come winter, whatever van I can afford to get, right? I can travel in the summers, in the heat of the summers. And come back to my home community. And then, maybe the trailer moves, but it's a great place to have as a home base, and I love my community there. So, But right, like it, I may be getting get gifted the trailer, but I still have to, right, pay for propane and parking. Oh, my friend says to not write it off yet. Pray on it, meditate on it some more, right? Anyway, you know, I have to let it sit and think on it a little bit more. I might be in trouble, so somebody really wants to go outside. Oh, there we go. She keeps shoving her head through the crack. Coming around, smacking me. She might just really want to go outside. Is that what you want, Nugget? I love having this view for the day. I know I can't do it all the time, but once in a while. I could have stayed on the river. But it's really flyy. Like lots of flies. And I get very I can't really do much of anything else when all I can do is like try to get the flies away from me. It's hard to do other things. Just saying. So there's that. Then I decided I wanted to come someplace. I needed to take the van for a drive. I was starting to feel the because I stayed still for 2 days and I'm worried about the battery. Although I had my other battery fully charged, so I used that the first day for recharging my phone. Right? I was able to get a video uploaded. And now I need to edit the next one, right? So I'm gonna have to somehow get that charged again. I wish it didn't take 11 hours to charge the frickin' battery. Serious. If I could plug in someplace for an overnight and like get all my shit charged up for the week. I don't know. All things I'm looking into. And then that whole trailer thing flying around in the ether. I don't know. I don't really have the money to keep it up. Or at least right now, I don't have a regular income. I mean, I do. I have my Patreon, but it's $253 a month. So there's that. And that's already spoken for because that's what pays the van insurance and part of my phone bill. I used to make more and my insurance didn't used to be as expensive. I do have to start looking at a different insurance to see if I can get that bill down. I have a lot on my plate that I'm trying to accomplish. I have doctor's appointments to get to. So this week was about adjusting to being back here, finding all my good spots to go. And I'm pretty much there. I feel really good. I feel back faster than I thought I would feel back, right? It's almost been a full week. So tomorrow it'll be a full week. And I'll feel like, okay, I did all the regular things. Like all the things I would normally do. I did not make any additional money this week. So I'm still like at, I think, 35 cents in my checking account. I know. Welcome to my world. It's not easy. I never said it was going to be. But like, yeah, so like if I took on the trailer, look at that overhead. Now what? If it means I have to stop and get a job. Means I have to put everything on hold. And then I'm scared that I don't get back to my project that I need to finish for so many reasons. And it's not just about me being autistic and needing to finish something. It's about the fact that so many people have said have paid my way to do this. So many people have invested in this and invested in me. And finishing isn't just getting to the 50 states, it's finishing the book project too and getting it published. And if I stop and get a job, everything, all my energy has to go to the job. So I won't have anything left. It'll just be survival mode and a job. And it's a really hard loop for me to get out of once I'm in it. And it took me a really long time to be okay with me like this. That the whole get a job thing means I have to go back to masking again. And I don't even know how I can manage that anymore. And how do you apply for a job when you're so compulsively honest? I'm so honest I don't get hired. Because I tell them I only have so much in a day, and some days I don't have that much. And I don't know what our days are going to be good, and I don't know what days are going to be bad. Some days my hands will work, some days they won't. Some days I'll be able to hold up my head, and some days I won't. How do you get a job when that's how it is? I'm venting right now, and I'm scared. This is what happens whenever I think about getting a job. So, I'm developing a routine for myself, and I know you just saw this whole emotional moment for me. And a part of you see me going through a process, right? And a lot of that is a verbal process that I need to do in order to help my brain wrap itself around situations that I need to deal with. So the verbal processing thing is something I have to do. I always hope to have someone constructive to bounce things off of, but sometimes I'm the only one, so I do it in video. I do have coaches now, right? Like, well, one of them is a peer, um, and yeah, but that's been helping me a lot because I'm learning how to advocate for myself, which is a really big deal. Like, I can totally get down advocating for others, drop the mic. I have a serious, inflated sense of justice. But, and injustice, right? Like, so fighting for the underdog. That's what I'm trying to say. And yet I'm an underdog. So I need to give myself voice, right? Like, I need to take that. But it's easier for me to be excited about other people than it is for me to be excited about myself. And that comes back to like old traumatic guilt, being raised with being afraid of being a braggart. And if you've heard that word, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what that word is, don't worry about it. The people who are, you know who they are, right? You know to watch out for them. But then there's those of us who took it too literally. And I didn't understand that I was allowed to speak for myself at all. Like, I thought I always had to have other people speaking for me in order for what I was saying, thinking, or feeling to be validated to somebody else. And it's not a people-pleasing thing. It's what I thought the order was. So now I understand that's not the order. And then I don't have to feel guilty for saying I think I'm really good at what I do. Because I do think I'm good at what I do. There are things that I think I'm better at than others, right? But most things that I pick up and try, I can get pretty good at. Might not be an expert, but I'll feel like I've expanded my language, right? Anyway, I love you. Thank you for following along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this journey. All of it artistic and, right, the van life and everything that comes with it. Oi. So, thank you. A special thank you to my patrons on Patreon who stick around every month to validate me and believing in me for being able to finish this project of painting all 50 states and putting out a book. So if you want to become a patron on Patreon, check out the links below in the description box. Smash that thumbs up button if you like today's video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Please consider it. Let's bump up those numbers. And hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put out a video. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. Mwah. See you next time. Bye. Oh, New Mexico, how I love thee, your gorgeous, beautiful clouds, your rock formations that just make my heart sing. The eloquence of the landscape here is beyond anything I've ever could have imagined in my life being able to call home. Thank you, New Mexico, my gorgeous land of enchantment.